Hello and welcome, all my beautiful, vibrant hearts and ephemeral souls who are Leo suns, have big Leo placements, or are cross watchers for Leo. Excuse me. Welcome to your month ahead reading, looking at the month of March 2025. Sorry, these are getting out a little bit later than I like to normally release them. But we're in the heart of retrograde season and it's eclipse season. And I don't know about you guys, but the energy has just been kicking my can up and down the street. Excuse my burp. So thank you for your patience. I do want to say, I initially recorded the Leo reading at the end of February, and I thought it mysteriously got deleted from my videos, and then it turned out it did not. But then when I went to go upload it, it was having issues. And so I was sitting down and trying to kind of channel with my guides about this because I rewatched the reading and it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel like it fit. It didn't feel like it applied. It felt like, I know it sounds like I'm waxing spiritual and poetic, but it felt like it was true of someone somewhere else in time or another timeline. So for many of you, I get the feeling that, if this reading found you and you felt particularly attracted to it, you jumped timelines somewhere in the month of March. That's happened or it is happening. And because I didn't have any issues with any of the older readings, it was just Leo's. There's a handful that I recorded and I hadn't gotten the chance to upload them, and I didn't have any other issues. And even I could see the reading, but I couldn't upload it. And as I went to watch it again, I was just like, that's just not right. So this is separate from your month ahead messages, but I just wanted to kind of relay that. Something that you guys have done recently triggered a shift. I am a little spiritually nosy, so I do want to know about that real quick. High Priestess was the card I wanted to pull out from the deck. The letters J or B might be significant. And the Four of Wands. You guys got some type of psychic knowing or insight about what happiness looks like for you, what home is, where to live, who to be partnered with, what it means for your soul to feel at home. And it changed something, whether you made a choice based off of that, whether you made a choice to leave something behind, you just made some type of radical shift in your energy, if not in your external reality as well. I'm really drawn into the letter J here, super significantly. I'm also getting the justice energy. So for some of you, a contract is complete. For some of you, you're making a choice about a marriage. Six of Cups, the Empress is at the bottom, by the way. And then the Six of Cups, when I split the deck, a lot of you guys are reviewing things from your past, reminiscing. You could be reviewing people from your past. But seeing with that Six of Cups, seeing how far you've come, there's a nostalgic quality. And I feel like this has been a journey to find your own self-worth. Beneath that is the Eight of Wands. And if you slide the card aside, it's kind of like this, right? This is why I feel like something is moving forward expeditiously as a result. The energy is moving forward very, very quickly because of this. Yep, cut the deck. There's one getting my attention. It was the Tower. I'm telling you, some of you guys, this is about a move, a pretty significant relocation, or just like somewhere where even if you're not going physically very far away, it's like you're plucked out of one place and in another energetically. So you cultivate a whole new group of friends. You get a new job and you're really absorbed into like the workplace culture. There's something kind of like that. I have an animal deck nearby. I kind of want to cut it for like a synchronicity animal. The beaver. Sorry, it's not funny. It's kind of funny. So for some of you, this is about work. A lot of you are deciding what merits your time, energy, and attention. I'm really drawn into the Hydra mill in the background, and there's kind of a sense of, if you think about the water powering it, and water is always indicative of emotions and intuition, there's a sense here of like a marriage of almost the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, right? Discerning what is worth your time and effort because of like how much you feel for it. It's called a labor of love for a reason. And we have the Bear when I cut the deck as well. A lot of you guys might feel called this month to conserve your resources, including your energy. A lot of you guys, sorry, I don't know if you can hear squeaking. I replaced my chair with an exercise ball because my back hurts all the time. And that's what the squeaky sound is, as well as the bouncing. It's really fun. But yeah, there's a sense here about being resourceful. A lot of you guys may have been in a period of hibernation or be in one currently. So I did just want to acknowledge that. So let's look for the month ahead at what your major energetic themes are. It's not this one, but it is this one. Okay, it is this one. Yep, we have the third eye chakra with consciousness at the bottom, the lapis lazuli. So again, your third eye is just like popping off this month. Absolutely, especially this week. The week of the eclipse is when I'm saying that. Throat chakra with expression, card 3. This is the flower agate. And rose quartz with Venus and empathy. Card 14 that reduces to a 5. So we have a 3 and a 5. You and somebody else, I feel like this could be, so these two coming out, right, means that there's very likely, excuse me, communication to try to bring you and somebody else into better alignment, into resolution. That 6 of Cups can also indicate that. This is something where, and we do have Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde, so I'm not surprised. I would look at where Aries and Pisces falls in your chart. That might kind of give you a little bit more insight. But you see how these two little bitties here both have a pearl, even though they're faced away from each other, they both have a pearl. And pearls for me are always indicative, you know, yes, of our wisdom. It's our pearls of wisdom. But they're the lessons that we learn through repeated exposure to challenge. There's somebody in your life that you're at odds with. These are, it's hard to see, but these are like little coins almost, and there's 5. So I always think about the 5 of Pentacles here a little bit. You and this person may have been through a lot together. You and this person are both not happy with the status quo. You both don't feel good about where things are at. It feels like you might not be talking to each other right now. But this is something where I feel like this month, you guys are definitely connecting. First of all, there might be a deep psychic connection with that third eye chakra card that we saw at the bottom. But you guys, you know, the whole theme of that card was consciousness. So it feels like both of you separately are coming into greater awareness and consciousness about the lessons that you have learned either since you've disconnected or because of each other. And it feels like for many of you, this is going to lead to an actual conversation about these things. Some of you will create about this. So you'll write stories, you'll write poems, you'll write songs, you'll, you know, paint, you'll make some type of art about this. So you'll have some like literal creative expression, but it feels like there is this kind of reflection on the past and the lessons that you've learned, particularly with this individual and in like this particular relationship, because I do feel like there's one person that's being highlighted here. So it could talk about relationships in general, but I feel like there's one person particularly highlighted. This can be somebody you have unfinished business with, or again, you're both not super happy with. It feels like with the pearls here, but they're like, you know, both of the little babies here are facing opposite directions. You both are kind of like not really looking at each other. You're not seeing each other's point of view. You're not really facing toward each other, you know, trying to like work things out. But you can both recognize that you have held important purpose in each other's lives, very much so. And it feels like there's something about that, you know, where you guys are both in your own kind of corners contemplating this and getting like a new perspective, a higher perspective. And with this throat chakra and expression card, you are kind of then taking everything that you're putting it all together in hermit mode, and you're taking that and you're then bringing it outward into, again, some type of creative expression. Even if you're just kind of speaking, you know, aloud to yourself, you're journaling, you're talking to a trusted friend, a therapist, you're kind of letting it all out. It's like you fully understand the story now in a way that you couldn't before, and it allows you to release it. So let's get more details because I'm very nosy. What is this situation? Just so you can get a little more clarity on what this is referring to, but also because I'm nosy. I want to look at this card, but I don't want to take it. The Hanged Man, so Pisces energy. This is something that it's been in suspended animation for a long time. Feels like it has moved, but very slowly, distortedly. Nothing quite is as it seems. It's like I'm getting this energy of somebody moving so slow and the sun rising and falling more rapidly, right? So it almost, as they move through it far too slowly to be in sync with the time, it almost casts shadows. I know it's a little bit weird. Yeah, we have the Seven of Swords at the bottom. This, I have to be honest, this could be somebody who was not the most honest with you, who could have straight up lied to you. But this was a situation where there was a lot of self-deception on both of your parts. There was a lot of self-sabotage on both of your parts. And it may have been something where it just took time for you to both work through your issues apart, or like not in harmony, not in like a harmonious union together, to be able to kind of understand each other better, or understand the role you were meant to play in each other's lives. There's a huge element here of like a time dilation too. That's something else I'm getting. The Hermit, there it is, Hermit mode. Virgo energy. The Hierophant. I almost said the Taurus. It is Taurus energy, but and the Page of Wands, Aries energy here. Okay. So this is somebody where, again, you guys have both kind of been in hermit mode. See how they have the little badge here? I always like that this version of the hermit's kind of like trying to figure it out, right? Like, I'm the boss of me. What does that even mean? Both of you have had to really go inward. Whatever's happened between you guys, or is still happening, has forced both of you to go in and really, like, I'm hearing double check your spiritual lessons. Double check your takeaways, double check your beliefs, right? Both of you had rigid belief systems, even if there's like an element of tradition here. But both of you have had rigid belief systems. And both of you needed a fresh start with the Page of Wands. You guys could be like kind of that thing where you're really similar to one another in some ways with the Hierophant. Like, you're both stubborn, you're both principled, right? You're both committed, you both like to take the amount of time you like to take. You like things your way. But it's like, hey, screw you for being stubborn like me. I'm doing that. That's kind of the energy a little bit. Or you go to get mad at each other, but then you realize like, oh, I can't even really be mad about it because I do the same thing. Or I literally am doing the same thing, but about another thing, right? In a different direction. I do get that here. This is somebody who's, again, meant to challenge your sense of beliefs. What's the Hierophant? The Three of Wands. This is somebody who came in, you both came in to shake up one another's beliefs about what you wanted for the future. Both of you were on either some type of autopilot or there was a lot of distortion with that Seven of Swords and the Hanged Man. There was a lot of distortion about what you were seeking, what you wanted to build, how things needed to look in order to come into form. And that's why you guys were here to free each other with the Page of Wands. To, this is somebody who's enthusiastic and excited, and they don't really have expectations. They have dreams, they have visions, they have goals. There's a childlike wonder here. Which is a very different energy, right, than these two. These are two contemplative energies, solid, stable, committed, again, valued, principled, contemplative, really, really thoughtful here. This is somebody who just goes for it. They see something they want to do, and they just, they're on it before you can even stop them. I always say the Page of Wands is like the quintessential ADHD child of the tarot. You both came in to challenge each other's beliefs and get each other excited about a new chapter, and like opened up, get each other spiritually limber for a new chapter. Yep, Ace of Cups, one that is more emotionally fulfilling. What is worth putting your effort into? That goes back to that image of the hydro mill. What is worth putting your effort into? What do you want to commit your heart to? There's kind of an energy here. If you don't love what you do, why do it? It's a labor of love for a reason. Okay, so you guys have this is going to be a month where you're having those revelations. What is this expression energy about, though? So keep in mind, it will look different for everybody. Many of you are having some type of important talk. You're making a decision, potentially. The throat chakra is a creative energy center. It's also about our communication, but it is about our higher truth, right? It is the chakra of sound. That's the sense that goes along with the throat chakra. So there's a sense here where some of you, you're just hearing something really important. You're hearing a talk. You're hearing a guided meditation. Some of you are receiving like sound healing or a frequency, and it changes things for you. Six of Wands, I don't want to take this, but I did want to look. There is some type of feeling of victoriousness by the end of the month, a conquering. Five of Pentacles, there it is. A conquering over this. Feeling like, what's this Five of Pentacles energy? The Sun, feeling like you can't have what you want. Feeling like you're blocked, or you have a lot of stipulations toward getting what you want. You have to be a certain type of person. You know, you can't do it this way. You have to have it at this time, and you can't have it before or later, or you shouldn't do it later. There's like a lot of, there's just a lot of limitations on your happiness. And it feels like both of you have had to learn to let go of the false limitations you put on why you're happy, or where, like, what deserves your energy and attention. So this expression energy, the Nine of Cups, I really like that. The Chariot, Cancer's energy, this is beautiful. And the Two of Cups, okay. All right, you know, there's a heavy energy here. This just feels really beautiful. There's a heavy energy that what's being, you know, when we think of an expression, it's something that's being brought from the inside out, right? Again, some of you, this is something like you're having a talk, right? You and this person, pardon my itchy nose, have had time to figure out what you really want with the Nine of Cups. And it feels like you guys decide it's each other. There's also an expression here where you're thanking each other. You are the key to each other's success, pardon my itchy nose, to being able to move forward. Some of you, somebody here is moving. Somebody might be moving closer to the other, and that's like a huge celebration. That's very exciting. Some of you, there's someone here where one or both of you could be relocating. Somebody here got a job or got a promotion they wanted. See how all the cups in this deck on this version of the card are all trophies? And the Chariot's a very successful energy. So somebody finally got like a thing they wanted. It feels like there is both this element of personal success and victory that's come out of this journey, and there's a desire for this closeness between the two of you. Excuse me. So I am feeling like a reconciliation and union energy here. But there's this crediting to one another, right? Six of Wands, pardon my itchy nose, and the Chariot, this crediting to one another for your success in kind of like mastering these two energies. Some of you, it's like, you guys, one person may have been overly self-focused, one person may have been overly focused on a relationship, and you guys have kind of swapped now, or you've balanced out, right? This person who is only focused on their own stuff now is like open to wanting to have equal give and take, to wanting to give and receive love. This person who may have kind of given themselves up, right? Self-sacrificed to an unhealthy degree to have a relationship stay intact, is now caring about what they want and their own dreams and goals. It feels like you brought each other into balance. It's quite beautiful. Or you're seeing each other's point of view. It feels like, and again, for some of you, this is a conversation. I'm not seeing communication cards here, but there could just be this recognition, right? That you are, like, you guys have really helped each other out. You've really influenced each other in a meaningful way. A lot of you guys are going to be having this sense where you did it, right? If you're looking back at the whole journey and what you're meant to learn from this person, you're feeling like you made it. You're feeling like you did it. And there's this expressive quality of like feeling really excited. Some of you, you're having like a celebration with that Six of Wands. You're having like a congratulatory like celebration. You're having a going away party. It just feels like I did it. Like we did it. We made it. Yeah, the Sun. This is a very happy energy. Leo showing up now. And the Fool. Yeah, some of you are starting a new journey. There's just a feeling of levity. I always look at the Fool as Aries. A lot of people read it like Aquarius, but put yourself where you see yourself. There's just a feeling of levity and triumph over the path that you have traversed to this point. And again, because there's a feeling of like a really big shift, a decision you made recently was the difference. The Ten of Wands reversed, the Seven of Swords, Justice. Some of you guys, you're not going to have a clear conversation, but what it is you kind of just wake up one day and you're not carrying the burden of trying to figure this whole thing out anymore. You feel like you gain the wisdom, the lessons, things are balanced again. You might be meeting with this person in the astral and you're kind of working stuff out there. But there's a sense where by the end of the month, you might, especially by the 11th or the 22nd, you might just be coming to this place where you're like, you know what? It served its purpose. I feel good. I'm really glad that this happened. I'm really glad it's over, but I'm really glad it happened. That's kind of the energy here. Everything is balancing back out. You're no longer burdened with, some of you, you're getting over trust issues that this relationship may have triggered up. Some of you have learned self-trust as a result. And there's kind of the sense where if you were doubting yourself, you're kind of like, I feel like I'm good now. Like, I trust my intuition again. Like, everything, the basic message here is that when it comes to this relationship, as you look back at it, by the end of the month, there is a feeling of wellness, right? Everything is as it should be. Not a moment too soon, not a moment too late. So, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. This one got a little deep, but I thought that was really good. So I want to thank you so much for being here with me, sharing your time and energy. It means the world to me, and I will see you soon. Take care.